You to kind of do that?
I just wanted to make weight easy. I'm at weight right. I make weight easy. I'm at weight right now. That's just. I think that was like kind of like maybe that was like holding me back. That second
day weigh-in. Yeah, hope a lot of guys.
I was doing that for 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah, hope a lot of guys.
I was doing that for 3 years.
Yeah.
20 years.
You're a big guy.
Yeah. I still came out on top, but now we got some. We got some that I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show all y'all talking and all that. Talking about duck this, duck that. I ain't nobody duck nothing. Like y'all tripping. I staying at this weight for a reason. I stayed this weight because I said I want to be undisputed. I want to collect these belts. I want to stamp my legacy at 147. If I can't get these chambers, then I will move up to 154.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So what you're going to hear is undefeated IBF welterweight world champion superstar boxer, who I refer to as the Phenom, in Jaron Boots Ennis, who is 33 wins, no loss, no draw, 29 big wins by way of knockout, 27 years of age, 5'10" with a 74-inch arm reach. He's going into the biggest fight of his career thus far in a unification bout against undefeated Lithuanian star, WBA welterweight world champion, Ennis, who is 15 wins, no losses, no draw, 9 wins by way of knockout. He's about 5'8" with a 69-inch arm reach. They're going to fight, which is going to be this Saturday in Atlantic City at the Boardwalk. Unification. The IBF, WBA, and the Ring magazine will be on the line. But prior to this, Jaron Boots Ennis was offered a showdown with undefeated Mexican superstar, junior middleweight WBC interim world champion, Vergil Ortiz Jr. by His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh, who wanted to make this fight eagerly. And Jaron Ennis, he stated, I would love to fight Vergil Ortiz, who've been on the collision course when they both was at 147. Vergil Ortiz moved up due to health issues, health reasons. He couldn't make 147. He nearly lost his life trying to cut weight, and he nearly lost his career a second time fighting the exact same fighter Boots is about to fight, Ennis. Vergil Ortiz couldn't make the weight. He had issues. He thought he was never going to box again, so he moved up to 154. But they've been on a collision course for years. And the fight was offered. And Vergil Ortiz, when asked about a fight with Vergil Ortiz when he was at 147, you had his longtime trainer, well-renowned trainer, former world champion and two-time trainer of the year, Robert Garcia, who stated that Vergil Ortiz needed about 48 months and then he'll be ready for Boots Ennis. Well, I can count. 48 months is 12 months in a year. That's about 4 years. So they wasn't ready to fight Jaron Boots Ennis at the time. Now they want to fight Jaron Ennis. They at 154. But Boots Ennis, he's like, I set a goal to unify the belts and become undisputed at 147. I go to 54. I'm not coming back down. He made the mistake in his last fight against Karen Chugajan, where he made the statement after the fight was over. He stated that this wasn't his best performance, and maybe it's time for him to move up to 147. Maybe it's the weight hindering him in his performance, not to mention he's not excited about these fights because he's not getting the biggest names. So he made that statement post-fight, and people took it and ran with it. And then obviously the Vergil Ortiz fight presented itself from Turkey, and Boots turned it down and stated that he wanted to stay at 47 and collect the belts. So you had the Zone's commentators, former world champion Sergio Mora and Chris Mannix, saying that Jaron Boots Ennis is ducking Vergil Ortiz Jr. So now Boots Ennis had his opportunity to confront Chris Mannix and Sergio Mora, and here's what he had to say.
37. If I can't get these chambers, then I will move up to 154. And I don't know where y'all was getting this duck narrative and all that. Y'all crazy. But we're good.
I said full grown.
Huh?
I said full grown. I didn't say duck.
No.
Now.
So Sergio Mora tried to make light of it, said, I didn't say you ducked, I said you full grown. Like you grew out at 147. It was time to move up.
But you got to understand, though.
89th Masters.
Yeah, we got some there. I'm gonna show y'all all y'all. I'm gonna show
And you heard Sergio say, you got to understand us.
y'all talking and all that. Talking about duck this, duck that. I ain't nobody duck nothing. Like y'all tripping. I stayed at this week for a reason. I stayed this week because I said I want to be undisputed. I want to collect these belts. I want to stamp my legacy at 147.
And you got to remember, Jaron Boots Ennis didn't get an opportunity to fight for the belts. He was elevated to the world champion because Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence fought for undisputed. Then they were supposed to have an immediate rematch. The IBF stripped Terrence Crawford because of his rematch clause with Errol Spence. Then that fight fell through, and then Terrence Crawford moved up to 54 and vacated the belts. And Jaron Ennis, along with the other champions at 147, was elevated, including the Mannix because Terrence Crawford was undisputed, held all 4 belts in the ring belt. So Mannix was elevated to WBA. Mario Barrios was elevated to WBC. Brian Norman Jr. fought against Santillan for the vacant WBO title. He won, and Jaron Ennis was elevated to the IBF. So Boots is saying, I never be the champion for the belt, and I want to unify. I have a goal to follow.
Can't get these champions, then I will move up to 154. And y'all don't. I don't know where y'all was getting this duck narrative and all that. Y'all crazy, but we're good. Like,
I said full grown.
I know.
Now, but you got to understand, though. We talked about it today. You got. I mean, when you're calling out the best of the best.
Yeah, but I'm going back to again. But saying if I said.
So Sergio is saying you was calling out names like Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, but they was at 147. Even Vergil Ortiz, he was at 147 when Boots was calling him out, not at 54. But he did make the statement that he would go to 54, and everybody took it and ran with it. That was his bad.
It might. That don't mean I'm going. Let me try to at least get the champions first before I even y'all putting out a bad narrative and everybody taking it and running and things like that. That's not good for boxing. And I wasn't saying nothing on or going on social media and stuff about stuff because I really don't care. But like y'all gotta stop doing that though, for real. Like it make boxing look bad. Like y'all listening to what the other guys saying and all these other people saying. Y'all can't be doing that.
The pressure that he fights with.
So you heard it. So big fight this weekend. 2 undefeated world champions going at it for official world welterweight supremacy. The winner of this fight will be crowned the best welterweight until proven otherwise against the other 2 champions, Brian Norman and Mario Barrios. But drop a comment in the comment section and let me know what y'all think. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. I'm gone. Peace.